What is going on, guys? Stas here. Welcome back to another video. So not a bad way to start off the week here. We have all the indexes pretty nicely in the green as we are about to close in about 5 to 10 minutes from now. We can see the S&P 500 looking at SPY is up 0.8%. We have the NASDAQ looking at triple Q up around 0.9, almost 1%. The Russell's up over 1%. And we have the Dow Jones up 0.6% as the VIX is down almost 10%. So we're going to break down the indexes. And of course, guys, we're going to go over some stocks, charts, what I'm looking at. So hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and you might as well check out the links down below if you want some free stocks from Moomoo. And if you guys want to join the Patreon, if you want to see me build out my $100 per week portfolio, which has been doing very well lately, guys. So check out all those links down below. And with that being said, cheers. Let's dive right into the video. So again, everything is looking pretty good right now, guys. Very good, to be honest, as we are seeing green across the board. And the thing is, we were actually even more in the green earlier today. The Dow hit 38,400. You guys can see actually 38,450. Can't forget those extra 50 points, guys. We had triple Q, you guys can see here, hit a high of around, where was that? $421. So that means at one point, triple Q was up on the day roughly, let's see here, about 1.6%. That was a big move there for triple Q. And we had SPY at one point up on the day around, let me see here, guys, bear with me. We're talking about 1.5% on SPY as well. So pretty nice bounce back day today after last week. You guys saw, we saw consecutive declines, right? We took out the lows from the prior day pretty much Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. You guys can see, actually, no, maybe not Friday. No, not on Friday, but still Thursday. We hit a low of 492 on SPY, and on triple Q, we hit on Thursday roughly, let me see here, guys, we hit 413. That was actually on Friday, at the end of the day on Friday. So triple Q has been taking out the lows, but SPY on Friday did not take the lows out from Thursday. But either way, guys, now we're starting to reverse back over the moving averages on the 5-day, 5-minute chart, on triple Q, on SPY, which shows here the start of a potential reversal, right? And today, we did take the highs out from Friday on SPY, which is a great sign for the S&P 500. So, of course, you guys know that this week, we covered this in my video yesterday, we have a lot of companies that are set to report earnings. We have companies like Google set to report earnings literally in the next couple of days here, guys, which is going to be huge. All the other big tech names we covered in my video yesterday, you guys saw those, and a lot of these stocks are moving up, believe it or not, heading into these earnings. I mean, look, Google is on the 25th. Their stock is up 1.4% as I'm making this video, up over $2 per share, which is a pretty nice move here. And of course, we're at the top of this channel, which we'll see how that plays out here on the 4-hour chart, guys. Do we take out 160? Do we go for that 175 plus mark? Or do we see a big sell-off post-earnings? Really, it all comes down to earnings. Either way, full disclosure, I'm long Google, and it is my biggest individual stock holding. So Google's looking pretty good today, guys. We are seeing a bounce back in Coinbase stock, which I think they're up in the next week or two. Yeah, it looks like they're set on the 2nd of May, which is less than 2 weeks from now. They're after the bell, and we can see this stock has sold off a good chunk, about $60 from recent highs, or about 22%. In other words, it's in a bear market, right? So we are down a good chunk there. And if I show you guys this channel, we're pretty much at the bottom of the channel right now. So do not be surprised if they report good earnings. This stock might take off. It's not guaranteed, but don't be surprised if that is the case, right? So Coinbase up 7% on the day, not quite yet above the moving averages or fully breaking out for that matter, but I'm watching it for the rebound here as it is rebounding, and ARM Holdings is also rebounding. You guys saw what happened a couple of days ago with SMCI and they did not report their preliminary earnings for Q3, which let me see, or whatever quarter it is. Let me see. When are their earnings even coming out or supposed to come out? I think in the next week, right? Or in the next couple of days. Yeah, and actually 8 days from now, on the 30th of April, they're set to report. So we got that news. The stock collapsed. Now we're down about 40% from the recent highs. Yeah, 42%. And that rippled across all of these AI stocks, right? We saw Nvidia collapse 10%. Even Nvidia collapsed big time, right? We saw this descending triangle that I called out. That played out. Now we're pretty much at a 2-month low on Nvidia, although it did bounce 4%. It's up over 4.2% today to be exact. So we're seeing some selling in those stocks, which, I mean, guys, let's be honest, that was needed. They were way too over bought in the short term. So, investors got a bit spooked with SMCI, and that rippled across the entire market. And who knows, this could be actually a phenomenal buying opportunity if the earnings are actually, and there goes the bell, guys, there goes the bell. This could be a phenomenal buying opportunity if earnings are actually very good, right? This could rebound big time, but that's a gamble. And with me, earnings coming up, me not being a earnings trader, I'm not taking that risk in the short term. Even though it might mean I might miss on some huge gains, it is what it is. But if we get earnings and, the dust starts to settle, they're not that bad, maybe we get a confirmation of a reversal, that's what I would be looking at as a time to potentially get in. But for now, it's a falling knife. We have earnings coming up in about a week. So I'm being careful with SMCI and Nvidia and all of these stocks for that matter, as pretty much whichever one reports earnings first, that's going to set the tone, which in this case, it seems like, again, SMCI is pretty soon. We had AMD. Look, AMD's been slipping before. I guess all of these are down off the highs. AMD's been falling for the past month and a half pretty much. It's now down 35% from highs, and their earnings are in the next couple of days, actually the same day as SMCI, the 30th of April. So these are in very interesting positions now, guys. The last time AMD was in the $145 territory, it was back in the middle of January. So we're about to be red on the year, believe it or not, on AMD. Especially if it slips under 145, 140. We're literally going to be in the red, which is nuts to think about. But yeah, that's one that I'm watching out for big time coming up here. And let me see what else is moving on the watch list here, guys. Looks like CrowdStrike's up about 2.3%, although chart's not looking so pretty. Really, we're not doing much. Actually, still in a downtrend. So keep your eyes on CrowdStrike. Anything that's severely selling off today, Virgin Galactic, which, not surprised, that thing is a piece of crap at this point. 75-cent stock, guys. This thing has been going down. It keeps going down. They're actually set to report earnings pretty soon here, but I'm not too excited about this company at all at this point. It's just a money-losing machine. We're not going to get into that in this video, but their stock's down 12% today, guys. Looks like we're at literally an all-time low. Is this an all-time low? No joke. Yeah, it might be. We just hit 70 cents, guys. Virgin Galactic, as the stock market's at all-time highs, obviously driven by large caps. Let's not get it twisted. A lot of these small caps have gotten destroyed. No money's going into them, let's be real. But with stocks at all-time highs, Virgin Galactic's at all-time lows. Not the best sign, which I used to own the stock years ago. I've been out of it for a long time at this point, made some money on it. I'm not looking at it. And even then, when I was in it with such a small amount of money, complete speculative position. And in my opinion, guys, at this point, it's even more of a speculation at these prices, right? At 75 cents. But yeah, Virgin Galactic is getting a beat down today, guys. Let me see here. DJT is down as well. It went down on the day. Looks like right around 2.4%. But let me actually show you this. We'll end off with this one right here. Look at what we're testing right now, guys. We're testing the lows from pretty much the entire month of February heading into March. You guys can see we held roughly 35 bucks. Then we fell through it about a week ago, got all the way down to 22 bucks. Now we're retesting that resistance, which was support all throughout, again, this time period right here. So if this point breaks on DJT, what I'm trying to get at here, guys, is we could be getting ready for blast off. Who knows? Again, this thing is going to be volatile. And with the election coming up, it's going to be moving all over the place. And I would not be surprised, really, if we saw another rally. I would not be surprised, seriously, if we did. Of course, it's not financial advice. It's not guaranteed. I'm not telling you what to do, yada, yada, yada. But it's on my watch list. I'm going to set my alert at 30. Where's it at? 35.50 as of close today. I'm going to set an alert at 36. Mark is at or above. I'll do another one at 40. And we'll see where it goes from there, guys. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Feel free to hit the like button and subscribe. We're trying to get the 50,000 subs this year. And of course, guys, don't forget to get your free stocks from Moomoo. Link down below. Or you guys can use the QR code right here or go to stassurfest.com/Moomoo. And you might as well check out the Patreon as well if you want to see me build out my portfolio, all my buys, sells, updates every single week. I post charts on Patreon, guys, exclusive updates, all that good stuff. Link down below. Check out the QR code here or go to stassurfest.com/Patreon, guys. And with that being said, cheers. I'll see you later.